Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Listen, I'm doing a little bit of man cave rearranging. I'm taking the 62-inch Husky Toolbox. I'm swapping it out with the 72-inch Husky Toolbox. I thought today would be a good comparison just in case you're in the market for one of these toolboxes. Which one's gonna be right for you, which one you should get, and which one you should avoid. So check this out. So first off, as mentioned, we are comparing the 62-inch Husky Toolbox to the 72-inch Husky Toolbox. First off, let's talk about the similarities. They're both made of 19 gauge steel. What does that mean? So gauges of steel is similar to like gauges of wire. The lower the gauge, the tougher the steel. A lot of Husky Toolboxes are normally 21 gauge. These are 19 gauge. So they're known to take, you know, they can take hits, they can take all that good stuff, and they don't dent very easily. That also means they can hold more weight. They both are out of a matte color. So I have the matte black for the 62-inch, same type of paint as the matte white. Only obvious difference is the actual color themselves. They both have this crank top. So when I crank this up, they both reveal extra storage area underneath. So just items I don't touch as often, I usually stick under both. They both have the same exact feature. So I currently don't have anything underneath the black one just because of its location, but they both have the same crank feature, which is pretty good. They also both have ball bearings. So they have some really good heavy duty ball bearings. So this top drawer does have double sliders with ball bearings. And so this one here, any of the larger drawers all have double sliders with ball bearings, just give you that extra bit of comfort. A couple more similarities. They both include a soft close feature, meaning that you pull it softly close once they get towards the end. So that's a pretty nice feature as well. They also include the mats with the purchase. So some of these actual cabinets, when you purchase them, you have to go out and buy the mats. These are included with your purchase. They both include nice casters. We'll talk about the differences in those as well, where the casters have brakes on most of them, and not just two casters, but you got a few more options. Now that's kind of where the similarities end. And I'm gonna talk about, if I had to do this all over again and I can only get one, which one I would choose. But first, let's talk about some of the differences. So first off, the 62-inch is a 14 drawer cabinet with the inclusion of the top storage. The 72-inch cabinet is an 18 drawer cabinet. So obviously it being bigger, it can fit more items in the top. The top drawer of the 72-inch is obviously deeper. So let me pull both of them out so you can see. So if we look at both, you can see this top drawer is only about 2.5 inches in depth, whereas the 72-inch comes in about 4.5 inches in depth. These are 3/4 inch sockets. There's no way I will be able to get these standing up in the 62-inch variant. So just not as much depth on the 62-inch. As a matter of fact, the 62-inch does not have any deep drawers until you get to the very bottom, which is normally like your drawer for larger tool storage. All the drawers on this side are about the same in height. All the drawers on this side are about the same in height. As you go down, they get a little bit wider. Whereas over here on the 72-inch, you have that large long top drawer. And then this side has, you know, different varying sizes drawers depending on what you need. The 72-inch includes 2 sets of lockable drawers. So if I lock this, this will lock this top, you know, cabinet here, which is, you know, more going to be better if you're in a more of a professional environment where you want to lock stuff that you keep here. And then you may want to lock these cabinets that you rarely use items. Let's say, for instance, you have some exhaust pullers and other items you rarely use. You might want to keep those down there and just permanently locked. Whereas up here, you're going to be accessing these items every day. So you want to lock and unlock this and just be able to access that quickly. The 62-inch just has the one lock, right? So, you know, no matter what's going on, if you lock this, this locks the entire cabinet. It does not lock any of these drawers over here, which is the same for the 72-inch. So the lock locks the main portion underneath of it. It does not lock the drawers that are adjacent to it. Let's talk about the size differences with these casters. This is pretty freaking astonishing. So the 62-inch comes with these beefy 5-inch casters. These things feel super solid. The 72-inch comes with smaller casters. And so I don't know if they were manufactured at different times or what, but I kind of do wish I had the bigger, beefier casters on the 72 inch, which causes a height difference. So let me lower this down. Because of the casters, that does create a obvious height difference. If you can see that here, the 72 inch is clearly shorter than the 62 inch. That might be advantageous for you. They're both are 24 inches in depth. You're gonna have the sockets on the side of each one, which are included as well. Another thing is with the 72 inch, there is sort of a rock with it. And you can kind of see it here. You can kind of see that there are 6 casters, right? And the 2 in the middle are swivel, the 4 on the outside are locking. And the way it works is seemingly like it's been like this since I got it. And I guess it's designed to have that tilt feature as you're walking your cabinet. You know, all the weight will shift onto those casters, but it feels a little weird when it's stationary. Whereas a 62 inch has absolutely no wiggle at all, no matter what I'm doing with it. I have all the casters turned off and it's not wiggling at all. Now, I have not had the 62 inch as long as the 72 inch, but it does seem to be pretty durable. The week I got the 72 inch, I chipped some paint off of it and I did slap a sticker on it just to kind of hide that chip, but I haven't chipped any off since. But, you know, it was a little bit deterring that I was able to chip that off. However, the white does hide dust better. So if you look at my black one, you can kind of see the dust all over the place. Whereas the white one, you can't really see too much dust, not at first glance. You can see dirt though. So if you see here, there's a little bit of dirt, not tons. It wipes off really easily. So, you know, obviously similar to white and black cars, you see the dirt a little bit harder on this one, but you can see the dust. So something to think about. Obviously the 72 inch can hold entirely way more weight. I think it could hold up to 1,500 pounds, where this one I think caps off at like 1,100. Don't quote me on that. The specs are on their website. All right, so that is the 62 inch mobile workbench toolbox, the 72 inch variant as well. If I had to do this all over again, which one would I purchase if I only could purchase one? I probably would go with the 72 inch. The reason I say that is that top drawer being so deep is just wonderful. I don't have to lay my sockets on their sides. I can keep them standing up. I really like the casters on the 62 inch. If they could just like fix the casters and make them bigger on the 72, maybe they are nowadays. I did get my 72 inch in the early part of 2020. And I picked up the 62 inch in the latter part of 2021. So maybe they've changed manufacturing since then. If I could have the beefier casters of the 62, that would be great. I know some of you in the comments are gonna say you can flip them over, you can change them out. This is true, but they're both loaded and they're heavy. I'm not about to do all that. You know, probably could have changed them out when I purchased it, but you know, whatever the case may be. But tell me your thoughts down below. Which one would you get, the 62 or the 72? Let me know with the comments down below. And listen, we are still giving away the Rome Adventure Company 52 liter box here. We're still gonna give this thing away. If you are interested, make sure you leave the word Battalion in the comments down below. Make sure you're a subscriber to this channel. You have the chance to win this thing. Has some nice latches on here, a couple of scrapes. I have used this thing a little bit, but this thing comes out, retails over 200 bucks and it's really sturdy. I have just decided to go all in on the Pelican line of cargo cases. I'm gonna be giving this away in the first video that I post in the month of March. So any of my videos from the month of February, you can do the same thing. You can comment Battalion. As long as you're a subscriber, you're entered to multiple ways to win. So with that being said, for those of you first time stopping by, thanks for stopping by. And if you're already a subscriber, we'll speak soon.